Here is the outside of the house. Here's the outside, the street view, solar panels. So with solar panels, you always want to take a really close look at the contract. See if they can be assumed by investor, see if they need to be paid off at the end of close, and even if they don't have to, always try to negotiate that into the contract because it can be a lot to deal with solar panels during a transaction. So what's great about this property is there's no HOA. It's super close to the airport. So I just went through there to get here and it was around, I think, less than 5 minutes from once you get there, and then super close to the strip as well. And then it has 3-car garage, which also looks nice. Looks like they painted the outside. The garage door looks good, and it has RV parking as well, which is a very nice feature, especially if you did do a short-term rental for anybody traveling with an RV. It just gives you more options. And then also not a ton of front yard maintenance, a lot of rock, and then mostly just palm trees and rocks. Yeah. Front yard. Yeah, that's another thing about solar panels. As you can see, these ones don't have the netting around them. There's a lot of debris under there. A lot of pigeon problems as well that you'll see with solar panels. Now here we are at the inside. This is the front entryway. There is a little bit of an entryway. Could, make it nice right there, put a mirror, do what you do with the interior design. But this house is already renovated. So it's not a great, super high-end renovation, but that's also one thing about short-term rentals is it doesn't need to be, especially depending on what tier you're in. So this one would not be a tier 1 just because of location, size, amenities. So it doesn't need to be super high-end. Also, this is the primary right to the left of the entrance. It has these really pretty vaulted ceilings up here. And I kind of like how the house is broken up, where it has primary bedroom is off to its side from the other ones. So there's some separation. I love how they redid this shower. So this room looks great. And they have the rain shower and then also those on the side, and it leads right out to the pool. So also if people are outside in the pool and they come in, don't want to walk through the whole house and get everything wet, then it's right there. You have the vinyl planking all throughout the house, which I really like. The colors, very modern, just simple, brightens it up a lot. The texture on the wall is really strange, but interesting. So this house is just over 2,000 square feet. It's all single story, 4 bedrooms. And one thing that would look out this house, it's a little bit older. I can't remember which year exactly, but I would have somebody come look at the windows. Like that one has a crack, but that's not even especially what I'm talking about. A lot of it is the energy savings that you'll have in newer homes that have newer windows. But these ones at least do seem to be double pane, which is important because it gets super hot here. But yeah, definitely see how much it would be to retrofit the windows. 1 bathroom over here. I believe this is only 2 full bathrooms. But yeah, renovated. I like this. They have good mirror, the LED one. Also has that for when it's steam, so that you can still look in the mirror. Then we did bathrooms, took the tile all the way up, as they should. Just simple carpet in all the bedrooms. This room in the front. This house actually gets pretty good natural lighting, and I do like that little courtyard out there. Closets, which in a short-term rental aren't a big deal. Mid-term rental too, I mean, a little bit more important just because people will be staying longer. But in short term, it's like a hotel, really. Just a lot of times your clothes stay in your bag in these rooms. So these ones are a little bit smaller. But yeah, they still probably have 2 beds. You could put twin beds in here or bunk beds. Another thing to note is that it has no appliances right now. So don't purchase it and then think that you're getting, washer, dryer, fridge, because they're not in here right now. Garage. No extra storage in here. You have HVAC over here, and this is from 2024. You can usually find the date on there, so it actually is newer. That's a good thing. That's something you want to look for in renovations is, major systems like that. Like, did they do anything with electrical? Did they do anything with the plumbing? Water heater, appliances, those bigger ticket items. So here, it's a dining room. So you have the dining room here, the living room over there. Pretty easy. It's just simple setup, but good for a rental. And you do the new appliances. But yes, no, there is no fridge. This sliding glass door, this one looks newer, but maybe they didn't install it correctly. That's inside. All right, and then backyard now. So what's nice about this property is it has a ton of extra space. So back here, the RV parking, which I already touched on, is a great amenity to have. See the AC unit. This look a little bit older, but really just looks dirty. Okay, and then the solar. So that part would be really important, the solar contract. And then it has that little pergola, so set that up with something underneath, make it look good for pictures, and just somewhere people could hang out. There's also this big covered patio right here. Get that checked out. But yeah, it has great amenities. This one looks newer, like they put it in. All right, so I see those houses have a lot of pine trees. So I'm thinking when they fall, this is gonna get a ton of pine needles back here. So that's one thing. Yeah, and those things, pine cones. So you're gonna want to make sure that there's always a good pool person. Also, I should tell them the pool's a little low right there. The autofill might not work, or maybe they need to add an autofill feature. Looks like they've had to fix the wall back here. So that should be on SRPD. What they're doing with it, it might be from the roots, like from that tree, because that's a really big tree back there. Yeah, these are huge trees. See those two, yeah, when they get too close to the wall, easy to push it up. And then pool. At least the spa, the plaster looks pretty good. The tiling too, so I'll have to ask, maybe they know when it was replastered last. And then over there also just some space, you could put a dog run, let people bring their dogs, which is great for especially midterm rentals. So people can travel, travel, work, whatever, for longer periods and bring their pets. Or for short-term rental too, you just have extra space, maybe put games or something over there. And then, so there is a heater. There's the pump. Heater actually looks somewhat newer. And it says pass 4/14/25, so maybe they put it in this year. Yeah, it's a good property. Nice. Could use a little bit of freshening up, but good. One thing I do want to note is This is a nice big pool, a lot of space out here to hang out, have people over. And that wall in particular with that neighbor is pretty short. It's pretty easy, especially standing over there, and I'm short, to see into their backyard. So they can obviously see into this one as well. That one's a little bit taller. This one's a little bit taller as well. So, I mean, there's no HOA. One thing might be putting up some privacy things right there. Yeah, they have a camera right there in their backyard too. So I think that would be good, which either building the wall up or you can just put up like those wooden planks for privacy back there.